Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are at Washington Irving Memorial Park. And this park is off of Memorial Drive, just past the Arkansas River. Or before it. But anyway, here's the park. And there is a trail that kind of runs along this park. You can see it goes that way. And there's a trail that way. And we're gonna head down here just to take a gander. Alright, so before we head down into the park, we're going to take a look at the Oklahoma City Bombing Memorial. As you can see there is a beam from the actual building that was destroyed and a plaque of people who donated towards this memorial. This is a very beautiful memorial, very tastefully done. And I like to see that, you know, we have a place to remember the OKC bombing here in the Tulsa metro area. So that's pretty neat. I'm just walking around it. There were some people in the area. So if you're in the area, I would highly recommend stopping by and taking a look at this and just remembering this tragic event that happened in 1995. So, lastly, from here, as you can see, there's the entrance to the park. There's like a little bikeway. There's Memorial Drive. And then here's one of the areas that you park in. You can park in, so there's other spaces, so there's a decent amount of parking here. So here we are, a little ways down. And as you can see, there's plenty of shade and right, so here we have more trees and covering, and there is a trail, and then we have this building right here where there's restrooms. And as you can see, there are picnic tables here. I don't really see any grills, but you can see there's an open area. Alright, so here is kind of behind the restroom facility here. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple park. There's trees, open areas, a walking trail, and there's a little house over there that we'll take a look at. So here we have a little amphitheater. It's pretty neat, and there's kind of a trail that goes around it. And there's lighting here. Don't know how good that lighting would be at night, but let's walk this way. Take a bit of a look. As you can see, the trails kind of go all around here. They are concrete, so not the easiest on the legs. Right. So there's a little monument to Washington Irving. And as you can see here, back of the amphitheater monument type thing, so it's not like a room or a building or anything like that. So great. And here's a trail behind it. So as you can see, this is concrete right here, and walking a little ways, there are some parts of the trail that are gravel, so those will be a little bit easier on your feet, but it's just more of the same coming back here. Alright, so we're just walking, and so I came from that direction back here, but these are beautiful trees, and this is a nice area to sit and kind of relax in. I would say this park is probably serene and simple is what I would call it. So as you can see, behind the park is just basically undeveloped land. I'm not going to step too far back because there are a lot of ant nests, but if you were wondering, that's what kind of borders this park, on that edge at least. So we're going to walk this way. Here we are, more towards the back, and that's some kind of treatment station right there, so that's not really a part of the park. But as you can see, Here we are kind of towards the back. And I like these kind of parks. They kind of remind me of my childhood. There aren't any playgrounds and things like that here, but this would just be a fun area to run around, play catch, picnic, that kind of thing with the fam. Just do a little scan of the back of the park. Very serene. And it's about 2 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. So this park isn't overly crowded. And alright, so this is a wastewater treatment facility here. And this kind of borders the Arkansas River, so that makes a lot of sense. So, and then this part of I think on the outer edge of this park, the trail is gravel. So that's neat. You can cycle through here, but I believe the Arkansas River may be on the other side of the street. All right, so this is interesting. There's probably some unique wildlife back here, or plant life. So this is along that trail. So I just came from over there. I guess I can walk down in here a little bit. So this is kind of neat. I'm not really wearing the right shoes for this, but and I think this kind of lines the river. So we'll walk back in here. This is something I didn't know was back here, so this is neat. And obviously this trail is a little bit dug out, so you can kind of make your way back here. So, you know, I'd make sure you had some water and probably come along with somebody. So part of the trail leads back here. I'm not going to climb down there. It seems really there's a lot of brush and whatnot. And so that'd be a cool area to kind of explore. But I'm right here, and if you'll notice, this looks like an old, like, I'm not sure what this is. Maybe like an old bridge. Maybe a railway used to come through here way back in the day, as you can see from that. So we're gonna continue to walk this way and kind of see where this leads a little bit. So again, it kind of leads to like a brushy, woodsy area, which this could be a reserve. Really a reserve is just, you know, kind of foresty area that's protected from being cut down and that kind of thing. But I'm gonna head back. That doesn't look like it's too developed and cut through, and for what I'm wearing, I'm not really equipped to kind of go through that. Is that it is quiet back here. So the park was really quiet, and this area is super quiet and secluded, but there really isn't a place to kind of sit and, I don't know, eat or do anything like that, which, you know, it's a reserve. You don't want to cut out too much, so the trail is good enough, but it is very quiet back here. So if you wanted to go on a little walk, you can smell the plant life again. So that's really what I'll say about this area. Is I think this would be a cool reserve, but it looks like at some point in time there was a very well-defined trail back here, and there's been a lot of cutting and hacking and things like that. So it seems like there's younger plant life that's grown up, but like a lot of the older trees and stuff have been damaged and chopped down, and, you know, so it's not as untouched. So, but I'll just do another quick pano. And one thing I'll say about this park as I make my way back here is that the official animal of this park is the fire ant. So there are so many ants nests back here and throughout this park that you want to be careful if you have children. Anyway, we're gonna kind of go back here a little bit, and like I was saying earlier, there's kind of an undeveloped pond, kind of marshy area back here. There's like a little neighborhood, modular homes over there. And then there's some other homes in the neighborhood over there. So we'll head that way. So I'm walking on a path, and that is kind of an area behind the park. And then as you can see, this is where I came from. And then this kind of wall kind of sits against that open area, which I imagine in time will be developed into a neighborhood. All right, so obviously this trail, I'm right here, and this trail goes down and probably leads into or around that neighborhood. So that's not really a part of the park, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and head back because I've gone a good distance. But this is a really nice area. So, you know, when I look at parks, one of the things that kind of I like is that if they have surrounding trails that lead to other areas, that lead to neighborhoods, so that you don't have to drive, so that you can enjoy nature and get exercise and, you know, see different kinds of plant life and terrain and all that. So this park has a little bit of that.